Hey, Preggie Pops, or Preggie Muffins if you prefer that. It's Molly again. Today I'm going to be talking about three books that I read when I was pregnant that kind of helped me out. Some didn't help me out, but I just wanted to do a quick book review. The first book is the Everything Pregnancy book. It's pretty basic. It tells, it's cute if you're just having a really easy pregnancy and like maybe it's your second or third pregnancy and it's been a while since your last pregnancy. You just kind of want to go over the basics of, little things, little tips and tricks to get through it. It tells you the basics. It's cute because it has a little picture each month to see your little fetus and what size they are and how they're growing and what's developing and everything about pregnancy, but it just kind of skims the surface and it doesn't really talk about any complications. It kind of just is like, you may be experiencing, hyperemesis gravidarum or antepartum or postpartum depression, or you may be lactating earlier, blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't really go into any of that. So that is just a really good basic book for like maybe a first time mom who is having a perfect pregnancy or, maybe a second or third time mom who just needs kind of a refresher course. The second book I'm going to talk about is What to Expect When You're Expecting. This is a great book for anyone who really wants to know all about the entire process of pregnancy. It talks about, why you're lactating and what's happening inside your body and, changes in your bowel movements and all the little things that mechanically are going on in your body. It's kind of like a deeper version of the Everything Pregnancy book, but it does get a little bit more detailed. It has the cute pictures that show things. It does kind of forewarn you, this is what you might expect, this is what you should do, and it does have more detailed things about complications in pregnancy. However, it doesn't really delve into more serious topics. I would suggest if you're having like antepartum or postpartum depression and anxiety, this is a good book to read maybe before you're getting pregnant, or if you are pregnant and you just kind of want to know everything there is to know and you don't have any complications. If you're having pregnancy complications, like, if you're having preeclampsia, or if you've had hyperemesis gravidarum, depression, anxiety, if you're having placenta previa, I can't make words in my mouth. If you're having placenta abruptio, anything serious like that, you probably want to get literature from your doctor's office, or you can look online, or you can, get a specific book about that topic. But my friend Jen, when she was pregnant, she had the hardest time staying pregnant. She had tons of miscarriages. I won't say her last name, and I have lots of friends that are Jen, so you'll never know which one it is. She had really difficult pregnancies, and she had to be on bed rest at like 16 weeks, and so she just had to sit at her house all day and not do anything. And she would tell me that she'd flip through that Everything Pregnancy book, and then she'd flip through What to Expect When You're Expecting, and she's like, this doesn't have anything to do with me. She threw it away. Well, she didn't actually throw it away. She actually burned it in her backyard, like maybe in a hormonal rage, but that's okay. So she ended up getting, a more specific book, or she got pamphlets from her doctor. You're not going to find tons of literature in What to Expect When You're Expecting or the Everything Pregnancy book. My favorite pregnancy book was called The Girlfriend's Guide to Pregnancy. You can look it up on Amazon.com, or I'll try to put a link below to show you where it is or how to get it. For any of you that were like batshit crazy like I was with my second pregnancy, or was like kind of like during my first pregnancy, or you just feel like, is this normal? Blah, 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 blah. The Girlfriend's Guide to Pregnancy like breaks it down. Like one of my favorite stories is one of her friends is pregnant. She's so hot in the grocery store. She's like dying of heat. And finally she's like, that's it. I gotta lay down on the floor of the grocery store. And I just want to be like, yes, I wish that somebody would have told me that that's okay. I mean, obviously it's not like something you want to do all the time, but it just kind of breaks it down to like, all these books like the Everything Pregnancy book and What to Expect When You're Expecting and like baby bumps and baby love and baby laughs and da 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 da. It's almost like talking to your girlfriend. If you don't have time to talk to your friends and you're just like, God, am I normal? I just feel like I'm losing it. I have to pee all the time. I just want to scream. I just want to cry. It's a really good book just to sit down and read because it just makes you laugh about silly things. And if you had issues like me, like hyperemesis gravidarum or depression and anxiety during pregnancy, or like you were just like dying of heat all the time, it was a great book for me to just read and be like, okay, maybe I'm not so crazy, but a little bit still. So those are just three books that I want to just review real quick on this sunny Sunday afternoon. If you have any suggestions of books that you'd like me to read and do a review on, go ahead and leave a comment on the comments below section. Please subscribe and have a happy pregnancy.